Welcome back to Bookmas Day 2. If this is my first time coming across your For You page, hello.
Hello.
I'm Patrice and I'm doing Bookmas this year, but I'm doing it a little different than some of your favorite creators may be doing it. So, how I'm doing my Bookmas is that I am combining my end of the year review with Bookmas. So, I will be pulling a question from my book related question jar and answering the question for you guys. I wanted to do it this way because I've read almost 100 books this year, and I didn't want to do just a generic top 10 list. I wanted to talk about the books that I loved, books that I didn't love, plots, characters, world building, all that stuff. And this was the best way I could figure out how to do it, and that is wrapping it into Bookmas. All right, let's go ahead and pick our question. Which book gave you the biggest laughs? Let me see. Okay, some of you guys may not like me saying this because this is a Jessa Hastings book, but I'm going to be honest because I did read the entire Magnolia Park series this year. I did love it, even though Jessa Hastings is a terrible person. Didn't find that out till a little bit later, but one of the books in that series that really made me laugh uncontrollably was the final book in Magnolia Park side of things, which is Magnolia Park's Into the Darkness. That book is actually the saddest book because, spoiler alert, Magnolia Parks loses her sister. However, she becomes the most unhinged version of herself. I remember reading the scene where they're in the hostel and they meet this guy who's like playing like a clarinet or some type of whistle, and she is just being so unhinged towards this poor man who's like, I like this whistle. Like, what's wrong with my whistle? And she's like, everyone thinks you're a serial killer because you have this whistle. And I just remember laughing out loud so many times during that book. And I think it was because it was such a heavy topic. She was going through a lot of grief, but she was also just so funny throughout the entire book. And yes, I know we are not fans of Jessa Hastings anymore. I don't own any of these books. I rented these books from Libby and I also listened on Spotify. Again, I don't tell people what they can or cannot read, but I thought this book was absolutely hilarious. But that's all for Bookmas Day 2. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow with a prettier cup for all of my questions, but we'll see. Happy Bookmas, and I'll see you next time.